This is the worst thing I've seen on radar today, and this is the storm. We're seeing shear at 161 miles per hour. That BTI at 7.9. Maximum gate-to-gate velocity. All the radar will estimate here crossing Highway 78. This, of course, in Walker County, moving toward Empire and Creole right now. Good, very well pronounced hook on this storm. Crossing Highway 78. Crossing Highway 78 right now. We got Dennis Washington on the phone with us right now. He sees a tornado. Where are you? Dennis, are you there? It's James Paul.
JP, Wes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, that's the tornado. I don't know if you've seen my live video. The tornado is now crossing the river here. We're on Highway 11. It's a very large tornado now making its way north on Highway 11.
Let's go to tower cam if we can.
We might be able
we
to
have
see
a
that.
view there.
There you go. Look at that. Can you see it?
Yeah.
There you got it.
Here, guys. That's the shot right there. It's a massive tornado. I'm going to try to take it off.
This is coming right toward us. Hey, Dennis. All right.
There it is right there. It's coming right at us, JP.
Yeah, this is the one we were talking about. This is coming right toward downtown Tuscaloosa. This is going to be coming toward downtown Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama campus. We hold that camera there. That tornado. Dennis, I know his audio was breaking up, but he said it's a very large tornado. He was apparently a little closer to it
than our camera.
Yeah, that is a
large-looking tornado right there, JP. That looks to be crossing, I believe if we're panned there towards the southwest over 15th Street and Highway 11, that's going to be around the B.F. Goodrich plant right there, around Tamco and just south of the airport. That's going to be south of Hunt Oil. And let's stay, Master Control, just kind of follow this to the left there. And JP, I believe we're still kind of aimed in that southwest direction.
Yeah, we are. You know what? Just I want to go down a list here of communities and how far this thing is from Tuscaloosa. Within about 5 minutes, we're going to see this in downtown Tuscaloosa. Northport in about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, Bryant-Denny Stadium. University Mall in about 7 minutes. Tuscaloosa Middle School in about 7 minutes. Cottondale within 11 minutes. Look at the cloud-to-ground lightning we're getting with this. This is a dangerous storm. Get to your safe place if you're in Tuscaloosa right now. We are live with a tornado moving into downtown Tuscaloosa right now. Continuous coverage here on Fox 6. Again, 5 minutes from downtown Tuscaloosa, 6 minutes Bryant-Denny Stadium, and that storm's going to be, if you're watching on downstream, the Cottondale area within about the next 10 minutes. Dangerous storm there. We're going to hang with this for a little bit. I don't know if we got Dennis Washington, if we reestablished his connection. We might be able to talk to Dennis as he's very close to this storm. We were trying to get some video from his location. That is a large tornado. We're looking at something there that's probably, you know, that may be, Wes, looking at half a mile wide.
Yeah, that is a very large, again, emergency situation there over eastern or western Tuscaloosa County.
Yeah.
This looks to be approaching where Stillman College would be on the west side of town around, I believe we still have Dennis. Okay, we've got Dennis tracking this tornado. Dennis, can you hear us? And we've got your stream here.
Yes, I don't know if you can hear me. We're in the storm tracker right now. The storm is directly behind us, about a half a mile. We're headed north on Highway 11, approaching the Tuscaloosa area. This large tornado just crossed the river now into Tuscaloosa County, past the Ralph Foster's area. Massive tornado. We saw a lot of debris spinning up around this storm. And as you pointed out, it is a wide tornado, at least a half a mile to maybe a mile wide at some point there. But a massive tornado now making its way towards the Tuscaloosa area. This storm's very strong. We're headed up north on 11. The storm basically following us here in the 5-6 storm tracker. So we're going to try to get in a little better position up here and give you a better idea of what the storm looks like.
All right, thanks a lot, Dennis, and we're going to kind of stay with you right there. If you're just now joining us, we've got a large tornado on the ground moving towards the city of Tuscaloosa. Right now, this tornado is rolling across Highway 11. It's moving across the Black Warrior Parkway where the toll bridge is located, around the Tamco area, you know, where B.F. Goodrich is, Martin Luther King Drive, Herman Avenue, places like that, Highway 11 on the west end of town, around Stillman College. It's approaching you, and this it looks to be tracking like it's going to be moving up around places like 15th Street. It's getting very close. And JP, I believe you're putting some of the streets on there.
Wes, let's if we could, you know, double box this or something, I want to show these locations where this storm is going to be passing through momentarily. Black Warrior Parkway, U.S. Highway 11, as you mentioned, within about the next 8 minutes, U.S. Highway 82, Rice Mine Road. It's going to impact Tuscaloosa Middle School, University Mall, 37th Street, Carlton Road, all of those areas, downtown Tuscaloosa, Bryant-Denny Stadium area, all will be impacted by this this tornado. Let's go back up to full screen, go back into, this is our tower cam.
Yeah, just kind of watch that there, and yeah, that is a very large area there, JP.
Although it looks like it may have, it's not quite as organized as it was a few minutes ago, at least from what I'm seeing there. You're not seeing that well-defined funnel.
Yeah, just trying to gauge where that is passing here. And that looks like that is going to be, again, where I talked about around Stillman College, Martin Luther King area. It looks like it's going to be tracking very close to the Tuscaloosa Police Department right there off of 359.
Yeah.
It's going to be crossing right there, and that's probably going to put this crossing just south of 15th Street possibly, but anywhere right there along 15th Street where Midtown Shopping Center is. If you're located around the new Midtown University Mall, you are in the path of this, and we've got Fred Hunter now live in Tuscaloosa. Fred's on the ground. He can give us a better perspective of where we're talking about here. Fred?
Well, Wes, honestly, I couldn't give a much better description of where it is than what you were able to discern from your vantage point. But I am looking dead at this storm, which is producing a possible tornado, and very evident. The rotation now is...
Okay, I believe we might have lost Fred right there, JP.
Just a quick update. We're not going to go away from the live video there, but we do have a brand new warning in effect for southern portions of Coleman County right now. Violent tornado. This is the one that's coming out of Walker County, Wes. It is moving toward Blunt Springs. It is going to track. I'm going to give you some updated track information. Coleman County, just want to give you this information. I know we've got the tornado moving into Tuscaloosa right now, but we're kind of doing two things at once here. Fox 6 tracker showing storm moving toward Arkadelphia in 3 minutes. Violent tornado toward Blunt Springs in 10 minutes. Hayden within 10 minutes, and Center Community within 12 minutes. Sloan within 2 minutes. Arkadelphia 3 minutes. Black Bottom in 8 minutes. Tornado warning now in effect for Coleman County. Dennis Washington is back on the phone with us right now. Go ahead, Dennis.
Hey guys, massive tornado now crossing the toll road, the toll bridge between the interstate and Highway 11 right now. Just saw it as we passed the location. Been having some internet connection, so still trying to go the storm for you. But it is a massive tornado. I saw a lot of debris spinning up with the storm right now, and just making its way into the Tuscaloosa area. Anybody in southern Tuscaloosa County, the southern portions of the city of Tuscaloosa, you need to be in your safe place right now. This is a dangerous tornado now making its way into the Tuscaloosa area.
Yeah, let's try to zoom in on that if we can, Master Control. Just kind of follow that and get a tighter view.
Yeah, if we can zoom in on that, we can probably spot some debris from this vantage point. This is going to track west. You know where this is going to go? This is going to, it's not going to...
Keep going.
Okay. Wow.
It's not going to be too far off from the damage path of that EF3 the other day, although this, look at that.
Yeah, that is right over...
this is more than an EF3 right here. I can tell you that right now.
Hey guys, can you see my live video now?
We've got some incredible aerial view here, Dennis. We're watching.
Holy cow, guys! This is a massive tornado. Unbelievable.
This is we've got it on tower cam, Dennis, and it's coming right toward downtown Tuscaloosa.
Yes,
Look, did you see that? We just blew a transformer.
Yeah, this is right over 15th Street. This has passed Stillman. This looks to be going right along 15th Street right here. And you see, we're in downtown Tuscaloosa. There's the courthouse you're looking at right there at the bottom of your screen. So this is going it's going to cross 359 right there close to 15th Street.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that is a very dangerous tornado. I'm just trying to think of some areas here,
I'm telling you, right now, if you're in Tuscaloosa, you need to be in a safe place right now. I mean, it should go without saying. This thing's going to come right at us. Who knows what we're going to... Look at the transformers blowing as this thing comes through southern Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, it's going right into Tuscaloosa Central High School. This is going to graze the UA campus. This is going to be crossing right there around Shelby Park. You see right there, it is going through just south of the heart of downtown Tuscaloosa. This is where you drive over 359 down into town there, and you can really tell.
Yeah, hang right here. Hey, guys, we're seeing a lot of debris flowing up with this storm. We've now made it to Highway 11, Highway 43, right here at 359. Just approaching the downtown area. Massive tornado now crossing that area. You should be able to see it really clearly on the tower cam view, and I'm going to try to start my live stream here to give you a view from the opposite side of this storm. Massive storm now making its way into the Tuscaloosa area.
You know, Dennis and Wes, you mentioned this. This is right there close to the police department, the Tuscaloosa Police Department. Look at this. This is not. This is going to be just to the north there of the interstate. It's going to go very close to the path of the tornado the other day, just a little bit more toward the north as we're tracking this on tower cam.
We're hearing a lot, seeing a lot of transformers now blowing across the area as well. So a lot of power going out right now. Now crossing 359. Seeing a lot of debris flowing up in the storm. A lot of transformers over there, as you mentioned, by the Tuscaloosa Police Department. Right there is 359, 15th Street. If you're in that area, this storm now coming across that area. If you're over on the McFarland Boulevard area, anywhere in that area, you need to go to your safe place right now. This is a massive tornado.
Yeah, this tornado right now looks to be right over, you know where Union Furniture Company is, right there on Greensboro Avenue by the train station. It's right over that area. It's going to be crossing behind or near Central High School and crossing the Hargrove Road, probably crossing very close to the bakery there on 15th Street and passing where Tuscaloosa Music is. It's going to be crossing probably moving right over Midtown the way it's tracking right now. We talked about the Midtown Shopping Center where you've got University Mall, heads up, and this will be tracking further along towards Kicker Road and quite possibly along Loop Road around the VA Hospital. So
I don't know if you guys can see my camera or not. The stream is up, but we're on the backside of the storm, and it's just incredible the size of this tornado for the back end. We're getting some of the rain now on the back end of this storm as it's starting to get wrapped in rain a little bit, but it is a massive tornado now making its way in through the Tuscaloosa area.
This is going to track just to the south of Bryant-Denny Stadium. You can see the stadium right there. This is right
over
there.
the bakery. Yeah, right as we talked about, JP.
We got that drop into it?
And we just lost our fiber feed.
Can we get Dennis's feed up on that storm right there? I believe we've got Dennis. We're still tracking that tornado as it moves through.
Yeah, we're going to try to go down 15th Street, see if we can follow the storm as it makes its way through the Tuscaloosa area. I'm not sure what kind of debris we're going to encounter, but there's certainly a massive tornado just ahead of us.
Okay, what I want to do here, since we lost that feed, we need to go ahead and track this. We've got a tornado on the ground here. This is right here around the University of Alabama campus. This tornado is moving toward Holt, Peterson, and Brookwood. Here's the latest track. Basically right there at Bryant-Denny Stadium right now. It is moving toward Cottondale. It's going to be there within 1 minute. Peterson, 4 minutes. Looks like Brookwood within 11 minutes. A dangerous tornado moving through Tuscaloosa, basically right there at the University of Alabama campus, very close to Bryant-Denny Stadium, and it is moving toward the Brookwood area and also toward Abernant. Give it just a little bit of time. If you're in Peterson, if you're in Holt or Brookwood, make sure you are in your safe place. You need to be in your safe place right now. This is a dangerous storm. In fact, we lost our fiber feed from Tuscaloosa that was providing us with that tower cam image just a few moments ago. We've got all kinds of issues out there. You can see the transformers popping left and right. There's a latest track, violent tornado. Looks like Fleetwood. It looks like Brookwood. Klondike within 12 minutes, East Brookwood 13 minutes, and North Alabama Junction within 14 minutes. Tornado emergency. What I want to do, Fred, you're back in the back. Let's get in right through here.
Hey, JP, it looks like this is going to pass very close to where you and I were the other day, right there around Alberta City and DCH Hospital. It may go right across Tuscaloosa Middle School right there, according to some of the tracks.
Yeah, right there. You see that? Tuscaloosa Middle School, River Road Northeast. And we're labeling it as many roads and communities as
Crescent
we can.
Ridge Road around Holt.
State Route 215, Campus Drive on top of that, 3rd Street East. And getting into some of these individual streets there, 15th Street East, moving toward the northeast right there. Also, we got another confirmed tornado. This is near Arkadelphia in Coleman County, northeast at 65 miles per hour, southern Coleman County. Got another tornado report right there. Let's go ahead and go. I tell you what, we need to look at a couple of things at one time, honestly. I tell you, Fred, if you could grab that on Viper. I want you to, let's take a look at the Coleman County tornado, because we need to look at that. That storm is moving through Blount County right now. It's southern Coleman County. It's right around Arkadelphia, almost on the Jefferson County line. Storm's tracking at a very fast clip at about 65 miles per hour. We can punch that up on 5-6 Live Viper real quick here. I want to hit that, and we're going to go back into Tuscaloosa here. 5-6 Live Viper. Let's see if we can get Viper back into the mix here momentarily. Here we go. There's 5-6 Live Viper. Blountsville, Cleveland, Locust Fork, and Hayden. We have got a confirmed tornado that's getting ready to cross I-65 within just the next few minutes. Crossing I-65, this is going to cross just to the north of the Warrior area, moving toward Hayden, Blountsville, within probably the next 20 to 30 minutes. So that's what we're looking at there. Back toward Coleman County, or I should say Tuscaloosa County. We're going to get back to the storm track there. And Fred, go ahead and pull up the Tuscaloosa County tornado. We'll keep Coleman on Viper. Tuscaloosa will be on the fast track. Right now. So we've got two serious storms popping up on radar. And I want to let you know that storm that is in Tuscaloosa County, this is right now around the Cottondale area, moving toward Peterson, Brookwood, Abernat. This is going to move into Jefferson County. Okay, that's going to move, that's right around Cottondale right now. That's going to move into Jefferson County. So Jefferson County, West Jefferson County, I'm giving you a heads up right now on this tornado. Fred Hunter on the phone. He's at EMA right now in Tuscaloosa. They took a direct hit. Fred, what can you tell us?
JP, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, great. JP, it was southwest of us, took a bit of a right-hand turn, and then just as I was speaking with Wes a second ago, and he was just a couple minutes ago anyway, we did take a direct hit. The roof is gone off the building now. Understand that the EOC is underneath our vantage point right now. Because of the damage here, photojournalist Neil Posey and I are cut off from the rest of the building, and basically we're not able to get out right now, so we're kind of hung up for a moment inside the this end of the building, where we went out the back to actually try and get some video of the storm. So we got that, and then the building did take a direct hit. We were underneath the stairwell, and I'm telling you, this was quite a storm as it came through, and we have not been able to discern how much damage has been done outside the building, JP, simply because at the moment we are trapped inside the building, obviously no electricity, and we are efforting to get outside the building and see if we can survey the damage that's been done here.
So you're painting a picture here. It's you and Neil Posey. You guys are trapped. You're in the dark. Are you even close to any other people?
Oh, yeah. A couple of the guys that work here in the building as well to actually kind of guided us out the back door so that we could see the storm as it approached. That way we were able to get away, to get out the back door and actually see what was going on outside. But then the storm, as I say, it was just a direct hit, and now the roof is gone off of the building. So we're not quite technically in the dark, JP, in that we are getting light from outside, but it's coming through the roof, and that's where I am right now. So we're just kind of hunkered down and still in place here, and hoping we'll be able to get out very shortly, because if we are able to see this footage, you're going to see as dramatic a piece of video as you'll ever see of a tornado headed straight for us here at our vantage point in Tuscaloosa.
All right, Fred, Wes has a question for you about this.
Yeah, Fred, Wes here. I just want to, if you could tell us where the EMA building is. I know it was in the downtown area, but you're very close to the EMA building location. If you could tell us that one more time, that's very close to where the Tuscaloosa Police Department is, right?
Yes, the new location is it was formerly, as you pointed out, West, in Full City Hall, but now it is actually located. A lot of people are familiar with Tuscaloosa Avenue and 35th. Actually adjacent to the Pico plant. A lot of folks would know where that is. So we're kind of right across the street from where the Pico plant is. So extending 15th Street on out to Tuscaloosa Avenue and 35th. So we're actually at the corner of Tuscaloosa and 35th.
Okay, so I just wanted to note that because that we're
having a real hard time hearing you right now because we've got a lot of folks. David Harden from EOC is here as well with me, and he's surveying the damage of his building. So we're going to be trying to talk with David in a few minutes to see if everything and everybody is okay. And we'll have a little bit more on the damage from here in Tuscaloosa. I suspect that it's going to be pretty copious.
Yeah, I think so too, Fred. You guys stay safe there. I know we spent a lot of time talking about what happened. We need to still talk about what's going to happen because for all we know, this tornado is still on the ground and still doing damage. And there are more folks that... okay. And folks right now in Brookwood and Holt and Cottondale, I want to make sure you're in your safe place because what you just saw in that dramatic video, that's heading your way, okay? You need to be in your safe place. There is no reason to believe that tornado is not still on the ground doing damage and moving toward West Jefferson County within about 20 minutes. I think that's going to be an issue for western portions of Jefferson County. And one more thing I want to talk about in Blount County right now, we have got a confirmed tornado that is just to the north. That is just to the north of Hayden here and moving toward Cleveland and Blountsville. Cleveland and Blountsville in Blount County. Wow. You need to be aware we have got a tornado on the ground there in Blount County. So I know, sometimes we get caught up in the damage and what has happened, but we have to still remember there are other lives out here we have to protect because we still have some bad storms and they're moving into neighborhoods. So right now, I want to show you, look at this. We got another circulation back here just to the southwest of downtown Tuscaloosa. So this one may graze more toward the Northport area. And this circulation right here moving more toward Brookwood and Birchfield. So we have two separate circulations back in Tuscaloosa County. So this... Okay, Dennis Washington, what is the picture we're looking at? Is that back toward the west now?
Yeah, well, JP, this is, we're on 15th Street, about 2 blocks from McFarland. That's looking back off to the east to where the tornado is still headed. This is the damage that's left behind, just a sample of it. This building right here you're looking at, heavily damaged. There are lots of trees here along 15th Street. Basically, 15th Street, McFarland Boulevard has just been, it looks like a bomb just went off in this area. There are power lines down all over the place. Excuse me, trying to get you up a little bit closer, seeing a few folks trying to drive down this road over these down power lines. Not sure how safe that is, but you look at all these trees that were down here. Look, this is, I'm going to show you this canal right here, just full of debris, and the fence that was up protecting this canal is just pushed over.
Dennis,
all the debris that's in the water there.
Dennis, is that the corner of 15th and McFarland? Just trying to get our bearings straight what we're looking at here.
Yeah, well, I'm about a block, 2 blocks from there. We happened upon that even before the emergency responders got here. There are people coming out of businesses and homes nearby, nearby areas trying to get an idea. Basically, if you pass the Guthrie's there on 15th Street, headed toward McFarland, from the Guthrie's on down to McFarland Boulevard.
We can get to this.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is unreal. We're seeing folks coming out of their homes, their businesses right now. I don't know if you can see this truck right here. Everything just completely shattered out of the truck. The windows, folks, this is coming your way. If you're going to be to Tuscaloosa, all of this damage is coming your way. Here.
Yeah,
the swath of destruction, guys, is incredible.
Okay, Dennis, we're going to get back to you. You be safe out there. We're going to get back to more of those pictures in just a little bit. And the reason we want to kind of just stop things here is because we still have these things on the ground, and potentially, you know, lives are being threatened here. So we're going to have to talk about not only Tuscaloosa County, but we have a couple of other storms that we're going to have to pay attention to. This is the one near Brookwood right here, 177 knot shear. And what I want to do, let's back this out just a little bit. Let's go into our future mode here, and we're going to kind of project where this is going to be. These are dangerous storms. And as we go into Fox 6 Live Viper, we're going to go into future scan here. Let's go back toward Tuscaloosa County. And very dangerous storms. We're going to project here, and we want people in West Jefferson County and eastern portions of Tuscaloosa County to have as much advance notice as possible. Look at this, 541. You see that hook? That's going to be moving toward between Oak Grove and Bessemer, probably right on through the Hueytown area. 541, okay? If you're in West Jefferson County, bear that in mind. This is a dangerous storm. Okay, by 6 o'clock, that storm moving toward Legion Field, moving toward downtown Birmingham. That's by 6 o'clock. So right there, this storm, if it holds together, is going to make a beeline for downtown Birmingham, okay? By 6 o'clock, 60 mile per hour forward movement on that. A couple other storms I want to take a look at real quick here, because we had the impressive video there in Tuscaloosa, but up in Blount County, we have got a storm there that is possibly doing some damage too. Let's go up toward Blount County real quick here. We're going to have to juggle these the best we can, moving toward Blountsville, also Cleveland. This is tracking northeast toward Holly Pond. Here's our track: Garden City at 527, Hanceville at 527, Center Hill at 529, Gum Springs 531, and Riverside at 532. Take a look at this. Storm moving east-northeast at 54 miles per hour. We've got our tornado threat index coming in at a 9.9. I'm telling you right now, Holly Pond, Blountsville, and Cleveland, get to your safe place. If you're in the Bangor area, get to your safe place. Terrible storm here. Also looking at a significant circulation. We've had reports this is a confirmed tornado as well in Blount County. So we're zeroing in on this. What we're going to do is label some streets and roads, and then back toward Marion and Lamar counties, we have another tornado warning as well. So just to kind of keep everything in perspective, eastern portions of Tuscaloosa County, around Brookwood, around Coling, in the path of the tornado that you saw on radar, and actually saw on video just a little bit ago. Yes, Wes?
And JP, we're getting reports of a funnel cloud with that second storm you noted there, just going north.
You mean this one right here to the southwest of downtown Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, that
oh,
one's
goodness.
Yeah, that one looks like it's moving a little bit closer to. That's mainly over the river there, that secondary wall cloud. If we go in really tight here, you can see that that's going to be crossing around the Northwood Lakes area, and then over Lake Tuscaloosa around the North River Yacht Club, kind of aimed in that direction.
This one right here, what we saw on the tower cam earlier, this really concerns me, because this is going to continue to go through a very populated area as it moves into West Jefferson County. Unfortunately, an area that has been just hit hard in the past by tornadoes. So what we're going to do, we're going to track this. Let's go back into velocity here, or maybe even our Viper threat will give us a little bit better handle on what those winds are doing. Right now, it is just tearing things up in Brookwood in terms of what we're seeing on radar. And there you go, East Brookwood at 530, Birchfield at 532, Sumter at 542, and Johns at 544. You see that track? Look at that, it takes it right through downtown Birmingham. That's going to be by 6 p.m. We've got 100+ mile per hour winds moving into downtown Birmingham. If we don't see any change on this storm, that same thing you saw in Tuscaloosa is going to be impacting us here within about 30 minutes. So I'm telling you right now, get to your safe place.
We're maxing out on that.
Yeah, I mean, the radar cannot interpret winds any higher than this. This is the craziest thing. In 16 years of doing TV weather, I have never seen anything like this. We have labeled the roads right there ahead of this storm. Hall Road, Dixie Loop Road, there's State Route 216, Lock 17 Road, and Davis Road. There's our circulation making its way quickly through the Brookwood area and on into downtown Birmingham. So downtown Birmingham, within about 20 minutes, we're going to see these storms in Oak Grove, Pleasant Grove, and Hueytown, Bessemer area. That's where we're going to see that circulation. By 6, maybe 5 after 6, it's going to be in downtown Birmingham, crossing I-65, moving northeastward across Interstate 20, and then it would eventually make its way probably on into St. Clair County. So right there is the track. Look at it. There you go. That path taking it also toward Midfield, Fairfield as well. This is our track information, Abernathy, Sumter, and Lawsontown within 13 minutes. Can we go over to Marion County and Lamar County? I don't want to forget about these folks. There's so many people out there, so many different storms. We can't afford to miss anything out there.
We actually have a new warning, JP, there.
Where's that one?
It's for Marion and Winston, a tornado warning until 6:15. You know what we may do, JP, is get that crawl running. I don't know if we have that running at the top there where we can get those latest warnings, because we have so many coming out right now. Maybe we can get that going again.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. In the back, maybe Master Control can go ahead and punch that up, because we have so much information. Sometimes when we're staying on one storm, we want everybody to have that warning information. Right now, we're looking at where we zoomed in here. Okay, there's Marion County. There's the Hackleburg area. Moving toward Bear Creek, and this is Winston County, up toward Haleyville as well. We get some new information coming in. Warning, a tornado down near Bluffport. This is going to be near, this is Green, Hale, and Sumter counties. Also, around Haleyville, we are getting, is this current 115 mile per hour TVS? Can we zoom in on that, Fred? Let's go ahead and get that. Then we're going to move into that other location. Marion and Winston County, warning until 6:15. Got to keep our eye on Jefferson County as well. So there's Haleyville right there in the path of a significant storm. There you see that orange line that is drawn straight through Haleyville. We're going to have high winds through here. This is State Highway 121, also State Highway 5 between Haleyville and Delmar, County Road 106 as well. Incredible winds associated with this thunderstorm moving toward the northeast at about 60 miles per hour. I think the radar may be overestimating that just a little bit. Now we're going to move back toward Jefferson County and Tuscaloosa County.
We got a new warning here, JP.
New warning, okay.
Tornado warning for Jefferson, Shelby, Tuscaloosa until 6:30.
Okay, Jefferson, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa counties until 6:30. Okay, we've got that crawl information now running at the top of the screen, so that's going to help folks out again. Let's go back to Storm Track here. Let's get you updated with that storm that's coming in right now out of Tuscaloosa County into Jefferson County. We need to take a look at that. We'll spend a little time here before we go. Abernathy within 1 minute here. Sumter within 7 minutes, and it looks like Johns within 9 minutes. This is going to move toward Hoover and downtown Birmingham. If you're anywhere in the metro area right now, this storm is going to be impacting, looks like Birmingham and Hoover by maybe around 6:15 or so, maybe 6:15, 115 mile per hour shear, moving northeast at about 54 miles per hour. Right now, Birchfield and Abernathy, take caution. Right here is the county line. It's getting ready to move into Jefferson County as we speak. Spotters are still reporting that funnel on the ground near Brookwood. So this is still a tornado. It is still reaching the ground. It is still doing damage, and it is moving toward Hueytown and Bessemer, and it is going to make its way on into Birmingham, perhaps Homewood, in the Hoover area within the next 20 to 30 minutes. This is a large tornado confirmed. This is the same thing you saw on our tower cam just a few moments ago. Look at the tornadoes out to the west. Tornado warnings in effect right now for Fayette County, Greene, and looks like Sumter counties under tornado warnings. Shelby County under a tornado warning. Looks like Blount County also under that tornado warning. And I apologize not being able to spend all the time in the world on every one of these storms, but there's so many storms you can't just cover them all at one time. So we're having to dance around here the best we can and just take these by the strongest storms and just work our way outwards. So we're covering you right now. If you're in Blount County, Cleveland area, make sure you take cover. Aniana as well. If you're around Haleyville, make sure you take cover. If you are down toward Greene or Sumter counties, take cover. Blountsville, take cover. There's a look at what's going on there. Haleyville, high winds coming into that area as we speak. These are 100-mile-per-hour winds moving through Haleyville. South Haleyville looks like Donaldson Mill at 536, Needmore at 537, Center at 538 there. And now we're going to move back into, I guess, the storm of the moment. This one is still doing damage right here, and this is moving now. You're probably starting to get some of that hail in West Jefferson County. You're going to get the rain, and then you're going to get the hail, and then after that, that's when you're going to get the tornado that's going to move on through. Still confirmed report of a tornado. Let's go ahead and get those streets and those intersections, all of those landmarks on the map right now and get that information out there. This is going to be Mud Creek Road. This is going to track near Princeton Baptist Hospital in West Jefferson County. Just to give you some landmark, Legion Field. This is Birmingham Southern College, okay? 126-mile-per-hour estimated winds here. This is moving toward Valley Creek. Hueytown at 550. Hueytown Crest at 550. Okay? Within just the next few minutes. And one thing, Birmingham Tower Cam now, we can probably take Birmingham Tower Cam and push that thing off toward the west there and watch that storm come on into the metro area. This is going to be, if this is holding together with the magnitude that it had in Tuscaloosa, this is going to be catastrophic as it moves into West Jefferson County. Last report we had reported that tornado still on the ground in the Brookwood area, and right now it continues to track our way. Dennis Washington on the phone with us right now. Dennis, where are you at the moment?
JP, Wes, I am at the intersection. I've made it up almost to McFarland and 15th. I'm a block away. The damage just keeps getting worse and worse, and I'm not sure if you guys can see the live video that I'm sending back right now, but catastrophic begin to describe the damage here in Tuscaloosa.
Wow.
The damage path is almost a mile wide. There are some of these buildings right here that are just completely gone. There's nothing left, not even anything salvageable. We've been seeing a lot of people coming out. We got here just within 60 seconds to 2 minutes after the tornado hit. So we saw a lot of people coming out of their houses, just a shock on their face. Their neighbors were okay, so a lot of people have been out checking on their neighbors. We had heard some rumors about University Mall over here in McFarland and 15th. There's a large crowd. I'm trying to get over there now to see what kind of damage, but it looks like as I approach the intersection, more of the damage to be on the north side of University Mall. The entire section is blocked off.
Okay. All right. We've got the damage there, but I want to go back and right now look at this circulation right here. Birchfield, here it comes. I can hear it here at the TV station. You can hear the thunder. This storm is moving now. It's going to move right into Hueytown, and that is going to be within about the next 10 minutes. We're going to be looking at a large tornado moving into Hueytown within 10 minutes. This is also going to be looking at the Bessemer area. We have got estimated winds at over 200 miles per hour moving into the metro area right now. This is going to move into downtown Birmingham as we speak. Unless we see a major change with it, and I don't see that atmosphere changing at all. This is going to move into Birmingham by 6 p.m. Here's the latest storm track. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Very dangerous situation. This is moving toward Johns in 2 minutes, Black Diamond 2 minutes, Blue Creek 3 minutes, Valley Creek 4 minutes, and Chin within 4 minutes. Wes, you had your hand up. What's going on?
We've got a tornado emergency now for Jefferson County, JP.
Tornado emergency for Jefferson County. Here's the reason why. We've been talking about this being a possibility. This is absolutely terrible right here. What we want want to do is tell you to get in your safe place. Get in your safe place right now. We have another report of a tornado down near exit 284 and I-65 in Coleman County. Tornado down near exit 284 and I-65 in Coleman County. But Hueytown right now, this is going to move just to the south of Oak Grove. It's moving into the Bessemer area, and it is going to move into downtown Birmingham, probably, or even the Homewood area. And just listen up. This is going to impact this television station as well, okay? Anybody non-essential, if management's listening here, if you're non-essential to keep this place on the air, get to your safe place immediately, okay? Because this is a significant, this is tracking right toward Red Mountain. It's going to be Homewood area. It's going to be downtown Birmingham. This is going to include UAB, Legion Field, Princeton Baptist Hospital, Birmingham Southern College, all in the path of this. Look at that circulation. This is radar. I mean, we're looking at a radar view very close to this storm. We're maxed out. This is all radar is able to interpret right here as this storm moves into Birmingham right now. Just a quick look, just because we don't want to forget anybody. Greene County right now looking at also a significant tornado. Walden Quarters, Rocky Ford, and Wedgeworth. Looks like Evansville at 5:57. So let you know there. We're running that information on your screen. Back to Jefferson County because we're looking at, folks, right now, an area with 300,000 people about to be hit by a major tornado. Here, our computers are telling us we got the rain coming in, we've got the hail, and there's the tornado on the back side of it. If we take that tower cam, we aim it toward the southwest. If we don't have too much rain and we get that wiper working, we can probably see that tornado pass on through. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Let's take this track and maybe Fred or Wes.
Yeah, JP, I'll put that track on there for you. I'll take this one here, throw you some times on there.
Okay, the Hueytown at 5:54. If you're in Hueytown, you got about 10 minutes to get where you need to be. 5:53 Concord, Valley Creek at 5:48. That track is going to take it right through downtown Birmingham, okay? Downtown Birmingham by about 6:05. Incredibly heavy rain. The hail's going to come. You're probably not going to be able to see this very well. Here's our future scan. There's 6:05. There's the tornado right there. That's going to be moving just to the north of Interstate 20, and that's going to cross the Civic Center, Sheridan Hotel. BJCC is going to be in the path here. The old Caraway Medical Center, Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport, Eastlake neighborhood, all in the path of this tornado. Pinson area, Jeff State Community College, Carson Road, all will be in the path. Right now, more immediately, here's what's going on. 612 Village Creek, this is future radar. There's Inslee at 612, and around Birmingham Southern College at around 612. If you're a student there, take cover right now. US Highway 78, 12th Avenue West, all in the path of this possible tornado. 16th Avenue West, 2nd Street West, all in the path of this possible tornado. There's I-65. There's a SIPCO area where they do their manufacturing. It's going to be around there as well. It's going to be around the farmers market. You name any place north of Interstate 20 is going to be the likelihood of where that tornado is going to touch down. Possibly even may see it get really close to Fultondale as well. Then eventually moving into Trussville on into St. Clair County. If you are watching us in Springville, within about an hour, that tornado is going to be moving that way. Here's an updated track, and right now we're looking at Concord again at 5:53. Hueytown coming in at 5:54. This is a dangerous situation, incredibly dangerous situation for Jefferson County. We saw the damage earlier from what we had in Tuscaloosa County. That same thing could be happening here with this storm. If you have never paid attention to the weather before, pay attention to it now. Incredible storm, incredible day across the area. Wes?
Yeah, no doubt about it, JP. And as you mentioned, Forestdale, Arkadelphia Road right there, this thing is going to cross right over Arkadelphia Road, Highway 78. There are two areas, JP. We want to note that we had a report of a wall cloud, this back area here, and I can kind of highlight this on the screen. I've got control of Viper, if I can pop that up. Well, really, if you'll look closer to Oak Grove and points there off to the southwest, you see a little bit of an appendage. That's where we're getting that second tornado warning. So Oak Grove, we're not out of the woods here. This will be very close to Oak Grove, Mulga, places like that. And then just a heads up again, Arkadelphia Road around Forestdale, Graysville, Adamsville. This is going to be crossing your neck of the woods here and passing south of Arkadelphia. As far as the Vestavia area goes, looks like this is going to be basically north of Vestavia and probably just north of Red Mountain. This is going to be close from tracking just right over the heart of Birmingham, JP.
Yeah, I was getting some notes here from another weather watcher, and he's telling me they're getting debris in Rock Creek right now. This is one of our weather watchers, a man that came up to us at the Hueytown Weather Radio event. And he lives out that way, and that's what he's telling me right now. So I've got him kind of conveying some of the information to me right now. So we do have that tornado that's moving very close to Hueytown as we speak. There's Hueytown, and there is the track. This is going to move right there near Concord within just a matter of minutes. I think what we need to do is go ahead. There we go. Warrior River Road, you are in the path of it. 15th Street Road, you are in the path of a possible tornado, and we are looking at that tornado making its way probably just to the north of downtown Birmingham. Yes, what do you got, Taylor? We got debris here at the TV station? You have got to be kidding. Okay. Debris, oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, my.
This is outside of our station.
This is right here. Look, the debris. I mean, insane.
It really is, and this could be debris from Tuscaloosa. I mean,
who knows?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, folks, take this thing seriously. Don't. We've cleared out the studio. It's me and Wes basically, and here and a few other folks that are watching this. This storm is moving right toward downtown Birmingham. I-20 area northward, especially critical. And then back toward the west around Hueytown, Concord, getting hammered here within the next minutes.
Yeah,
debris is flying all around. This is a live video coming from Red Mountain here. We got stuff flying around in the sky in downtown Birmingham. This storm is on our back door. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time in history that you've had a tornado actually move through Birmingham? I don't recall.
It's been a while, JP, since we've seen a tornado make this type of approach. Yeah, we've had some close calls, no doubt about it. But it's just incredible what we are seeing here. It just demonstrates the sheer magnitude of this storm that's moving towards Birmingham. I mean, we're seeing debris falling, and this could be debris that was picked up in Tuscaloosa.
Here's what I'm getting from my spotter over in West Jefferson County. Heavy lightning. He's getting debris is 10 to 20 foot size pieces of plywood and small pine limbs. Okay, that's in West Jefferson County. Wind from the north getting heavy. Clouds moving from the north to the south.
And we're tracking right now behind you, JP. We've got two areas that we're really concerned about. The one where we had the tornado we tracked across Tuscaloosa County, it looks like that is right over Hueytown where you're checking out with the weather watcher there. That's going to pass just north of Bessemer. It's going to be right over the Inslee area. Fairfield, a close call right there, but you can tell it's kind of making more of a turn there just to the north of the interstate. But what's going on here, the strong updrafts in these storms have picked up this debris and just kind of transported it along with the storm. Some of the debris caused from the winds, and now we're seeing that falling here on Red Mountain.
Do we have Viper? Yeah, we have Viper out.
Yeah, we've got that up right there.
Take a look at this. And there we go. That's 100 plus mile per hour winds moving through Concord right now. And basically, to draw the line here, this is going to be making its way Hueytown, there we go, Industrial City, Harlem Heights at 556. That track is going to move, I think, just to the north of I-2059. So this is going to go up to George Washington Carver High School there off the interstate. That's going to be probably kind of a good reference point. The Sipco, Fultondale area is going to be in the path of this. You can see even areas south of I-2059, you're going to have high winds. And again, I want to emphasize some of the medical facilities. Baptist Princeton Medical Center is going to be in the path of this. Birmingham Southern College, Legion Field, tornado we here that is moving toward downtown Birmingham, is moving east, northeast at 54 miles per hour. We're getting winds at over 100 miles per hour. Hueytown area right now, it is on top of you. Concord, it is on top of you. Wes, you're getting some updated information over there. What do you have?
Yeah, JP, while you continue to track this emergency situation right here closing in on Birmingham, I want to let you know that we have another tornado that is on the ground, and this thing is 9 miles south of Utah over in Greene County. We've got a new tornado warning for Bibb, Greene, Hale, and Perry counties till 6:45. And if we can squeeze back, I know we've got our power cam kind of tilted there towards the junction area, and Derek was mentioning to me, Derek's been monitoring our traffic cams. You can still see some of that debris, but right now it's bearing down on the heart of Birmingham at this hour, this tornado that ripped across the downtown area of Tuscaloosa, and it's moved through Brookwood, Abernathy, across Bull City, and just look at that. Just some incredible shots there as we track these storms. But again, we've got a tornado warning now for Bibb, Greene, Hale, and Perry counties until 6:45. A new tornado watch 2 has just been issued that is going through 1 o'clock in the morning for our area. It's another PDS watch symbolizing the danger of the situation that we're going through right now. Looking at other warnings that we have in place, Jefferson, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa, we are still underneath the tornado warning through 6:30, so stay in the shelter, stay in the basement, and we will let you know once the danger passes. Now, I believe we have a good view right here. Let's, yeah, I think that's a great angle. Let's kind of pan towards the right there just a little bit, and we're looking at the low base, JP.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's going to be the location that it's actually coming from. I just stepped out the back door just a moment ago, and I mean, you've got the sky with all kinds of stuff flying around out there. It is the darndest thing. I mean, I have never in my life. Yeah, you know, this is something you'd think you'd see out in maybe Oklahoma City or something like that. Just amazing. And right there, that's the direction in which that tornado is going to be coming. Incredible cloud-to-ground lightning. In fact, it's not so windy or rainy here at the moment here at the television station. And that storm, the actual circulation right now is about 15 miles from downtown Birmingham, about 15 miles from downtown Birmingham. That's what we're looking at. It's moving at 60 miles per hour. Yeah.
JP, you may want to pull up Viper and do a micro track on this particular storm. And that may take us down the street level. We can just see how this thing's going to track. We'll put a forecast on the tornado. And again, this is live footage from Red Mountain here in Birmingham. We're looking towards the northwest. We're looking towards Forestdale, Arkadelphia Road there, as we have a strong signature of a tornado. This thing has moved through Tuscaloosa. We've seen a lot of damage, so we cannot stress enough this is an emergency situation. We want you safe in Gardendale. Now's the time to head to a low interior spot. Just given what we have seen so far, basement is the key. Avoid mobile homes. They are not a safe alternative. And now is not the time to try to outrun this thing. If you are listening to us, I know a lot of folks have lost power. We're still streaming our coverage. Smartphones, you can pick us up there.
Here's the micro track, by the way, Wes.
Okay, yeah, bring that. Let's take Viper full screen if we can, and we're going to track this tornado. And you see right there the approximate times.
There we go. It's around 5:55. That's going to be Hueytown, so that's just a few minutes from now. And there you see Pleasant Grove at 6 o'clock, the Fairfield area. We're actually looking down street by street, McDonald Chapel, Sandusky by 6:05, Forestdale. And continuing to track the storm toward the northeast. Here we go, Fultondale at 6:10, Tarrant area by 6:10, Gardendale by 6:11. And Center Point by 6:15. That's what we're looking at. Right now, according to that track, it's going to take it a little bit north of downtown Birmingham. We should be able to see this on Fox 6 on our tower cam looking up toward the north. Incredible cloud-to-ground lightning right now. I'm going to take our system back into normal mode here. I'll let one of you guys do it.
Yeah, JP, just a quick announcement here. We got another tornado down near Haleyville in Winston County. So I tell you, JP, I'll put Viper on this storm right here. We'll take the fast track and try to highlight some of those storms over there and switch over.
Maybe toward Haleyville?
Yeah, maybe we could take two sources here.
Okay, let's go, since we haven't talked about, you know what, since we've got the storm coming into Birmingham right now, let's go ahead and hit that one more time. And Wes, I'm going to let you hit Haleyville, okay? Okay, so right now we're looking at 5-6 live Viper. That circulation is right there. It looks like we got a debris cloud right there. That's a debris ball, and that is moving up toward the Concord area. We're seeing winds at over 140 or 135 miles per hour. Hueytown, again, almost just a matter of minutes here. Bush at 5:55, and it looks like Garywood by 5:56. Storm is going to track just to the north of downtown Birmingham. That's going to put it very close to the BJCC, also the Fultondale area. And Wes, if you want to take one of the other storms, we're going to come back to Jefferson County very quickly. I think we have Marion County that we need to look at. We've got a number of tornado warnings that we're trying to juggle here. We've got a brand new tornado watch that is going to go until 1 a.m.
So, JP, we got this warning right here that does. Let me take the track off, and you can see the counties or the cities impacted by the storm over Jefferson County, Hueytown, the Bush, the Harlem area. This particular storm here over Vernon, there's a tornado warning, and this one is headed north of Fayette. That warning was just issued, popped up there on the screen. We've got a tornado on the ground with this storm going north of Double Springs. Some communities in the path of this storm. The Fairfield, Oakville, 5 Points area, Pumpkin Center. If you're watching us there, we're talking northern Winston County. Seek shelter immediately. Another tornado on the ground. And quickly, we're about to go back over to Jefferson County because it is bearing down here on us at Fox 6. And you can see right here this one storm. This is a tornado on the ground also. This is south of Utah. And this storm is going to pass north of Greensboro. Hogglesville, 6 o'clock. The Mertz area, 6:08. Pearson, 6:15. And the Harmon area around 6:17. So those are the 3 tornado warnings in addition to the one that we have now over Jefferson County. Well, hold on a minute. Looks like we have another one here, JP.
And I just want to let you, so we have this updated information. We just found out the Birmingham Next Rant is being worked on right now, so we need to change over to Columbus or possibly. Okay. Let's go over to a fast track right now, Wes, because we have another radar that we're using there, and that's going to give us a clearer picture of what the storm's doing. Right there, you see, go ahead and give us a Barron button, Fred. Okay. The severe area is going to be right now on top of Hueytown. Then it's moving now toward Fairfield, and within about 10 minutes, we're looking at the Birmingham metro area getting hit by high winds. These are winds in excess of 100 miles per hour right now in Hueytown. All indications are that we have a tornado that is still on the ground here. Okay, Birmingham radar is back online. We had a little hiccup there with the Birmingham radar, not surprising with the crazy weather that we're currently dealing with. And right there, you see that? That is likely we're dealing with a debris signature. This is very close to the Fairfield area right now, and this is going to track just there to the north of Interstate 2059, BJCC, and we're looking at Fultondale, Tarrant, also the George Washington Carver High School area. That's going to be in the path of it right there. Look at that circulation. That is incredible. There you go. There's your tornado.
There it is.
That's Tower Cam. That's that same tornado that we saw on radar or on camera in Tuscaloosa. It has never let up. It's still with us, and it is still doing damage. My spotter over toward the Bessemer area, he said he just lost power just a few moments ago. So we're watching that. That's from the Alabama Power Cam. So we're going to hold on that shot. We have a violent tornado moving through Jefferson County right now. We've got reports of debris in the air. I saw that just a few minutes ago. We have a debris signature on radar. Again, going through Fairfield, Midfield, looks like the minor area, Adamsville, Birmingham, especially North Birmingham, Caraway Medical Center area. This is going to track toward Mount Olive, Fultondale. From what I can see right there, that is a very, very large tornado. That's a monster of a storm right there.
That is a large tornado, JP. What would you say, a half mile to
easily? Yeah, that is just incredible right there. And we're looking at that. That's Interstate 2059. 2059 right there on the right-hand corner of your screen. If the track holds true, that's going to look at that. Power lines and transformers are blowing.
We could quite possibly be looking at one of the largest tornadoes called a tower cam in the state, JP.
Very likely.
Yeah.
This is moving. The track of this should take it just to the north of I-2059. It's going to move eventually center. If you hear me call your city or community's name, you get to your safe place now. Center Point, Pinson, Trussville, Fultondale, any place north of 2059 in Jefferson County. Get to your safe place right now. That storm is tracking. It's tracking very quickly to the northeast. Right now at about 50 miles per hour. That's the same thing we saw in Tuscaloosa. You saw what damage it caused. You know, the scary thing about this, you've got a storm that's moving into an area where you have hundreds of thousands of people right now, and I hope everybody out there has been paying attention to the weather, because this is just a terrible day.
Yeah, JP, just throw some Village Creek Junction, Sherman Heights. If you're watching us in West Inslee, if you're watching us in Pratt City, this thing is right on top of you. I mean, you can see how the lightning is picking up. We are looking at a monster wedge tornado on the ground, and that is moving into the northern suburbs there of the western and northwestern suburbs of Birmingham, and this is a major storm.
This is going to be tracking very close to the Birmingham airport. BJCC, that Sheraton Hotel there. Also, Matt, is that what was? Tell you something. Look at this board. Can it come to me live here? This is one of our guys just picked up this board. Can you take a look at that? That is a nail. This was what was flying around in the air. We got debris.
Incredible.
This is falling out of the sky right now. Right here at Fox 6. That's
got to be, JP, just looking at the cloud structure, if we bring that tornado back
there
up,
you go.
I mean, that's a EF4 at least, just to me, I mean, eyeballing this thing, it looks like, and the damage we've seen in Tuscaloosa, at least an EF4, maybe an EF5 tornado.
We got two different views. That's from that's the camera we have on the Alabama Power building, and we're tracking it there. As this storm pushes to the northeast, we can capture that pretty well with our tower cam here on the building as we aim toward the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport, because that's where it's going. Look how wide that is. That tornado is a mile wide at least. Easily a mile wide. This is going to cross right now New Mulga Loop Road, Birmingport, Mirror Parkway, moving right now around Inslee, getting ready to cross I-65 as we speak. We're taking a look right now. That's a north view looking at downtown Birmingham. We're going to see this thing skirt just to the north, very close to downtown Birmingham. Wes, some commentary on this?
Yeah, JP, I'll just kind of, as you track this thing, I want to report where it is right now, and it is over Fairfield and Minor. That's a report we are getting. You can see the transformers flashing as we look at this live tornado on the ground moving into the Birmingham area. Folks, this is a tornado emergency, and you need to be underground in this situation. Yeah. And given the long track of this, JP, we need to probably talk about some areas upstream, maybe around
Trussville, Pinson, Center Point right now, Tarrant City. You need to be in your safe place right now. This is looking off toward the Gorgas steam plant there, off toward the northwest. Let's back this thing out as far as we can. Okay, there. I'm gonna step out of the way. That's tower cam tracking the tornado moving northward across North Birmingham right now. Let's go over to maybe power cam. Might have a little bit different handle on this. Okay, there we go. That's probably the best view of this is right there. Thank you, Derek. Look at that. Okay, that gives us. Okay, we got two different views there. That's tower cam. Okay, thank you, James. That is a camera right here at our building. That's the view from Red Mountain right there. And I don't know if the photographer is listening. If he could iris up just a little bit, if he could, I think we might be able to see this just a little bit better. I know it's getting dark out there because of the sky condition. I mean, it just amazes me. We still see people on I-65 right now. And you know what? As that crosses I-65, these cars are not going to be on I-65. If you're listening on 105.5 WERC radio right now and you're on the road, you need to get to a safe place as quickly as you can. Yes, Wes?
We got some major structural damage being reported right now in Hueytown. Some homes with very extensive damage, JP. So some sad news already coming in. And folks, again, we cannot stress enough, this is a dangerous storm.
Look at how that's ramping up on radar behind you. Pop on a radar real quick here. I know the tower cam looks impressive and everything, but right there, look at, we've got a little bit of circulation here, but right here, this is that debris ball, so to speak. That's going to move near Fultondale. Again, George Washington Carver High School area. Trussville, it's going to go over the East Lake neighborhood. Again, remember East Lake got hit this morning? East Lake neighborhood tracking off toward the northeast, just to the north of Interstate 2059. Tallapoosa Street around the airport, it is tracking that way. And again, we've got debris that is being picked up by this. That is that little circle there. And I tell you what, Fred or Wes, let's get in here as close as we can and just kind of pinpoint as many locations. One thing about this system, when we get in really close, it's going to start popping up a lot of different landmarks here. So let's go ahead and do that. New Birmingham, Washington Heights, looks like Hayes, Highland, Village Creek, and Douglasville. So go ahead and let's do that. We may be better served doing that on Viper.
Yeah, I'll head over to Viper. Maybe we could split the screen, JP, where we could still watch that.
Yeah.
Because we have an incredible view behind the station.
Yeah, let's do that. We're going to split. Let's go ahead and split the screen and show Viper and also show the tower camera, the camera behind our building view here, as this crosses just to the north of downtown Birmingham. So right now we're looking at this is going to be around the Forestdale area, around Sandusky. That's where that debris ball is. My goodness. Look at that.
Yeah, that is a very scary shot right there, JP.
You know,
and that is coming nervously close to us. I mean, look at downtown Birmingham, and
I mean, there's the skyline, and right there, this Fultondale area. If you're listening to us, take cover right now.
Daniel Payne Drive, Daniel Payne Drive, you are in the path of this, and looks like that's wrapping up. We got a new radar update here. Let me back out the view here. I've got the Viper over here, JP, and JP, if you want to step over here, you can just kind of move the cursor around and call some of these out. Walker Chapel area, and we'll kind of stay on this thing for you.
Okay. Lewisburg, Glendale, Fultondale, Danville, Tarrant Heights, North Lake Park, Penfield Heights, North Roebuck Elementary School, Roebuck Crest Estates, Huffman, Parkway Christian Academy, Huffman Gardens. This is going to be Magnolia Courts, Cloverdale. Looks like right now that track is going to be around Village Creek. Tarrant is going to be right in the path of this.
Debris falling from the sky in Trussville.
Okay, debris falling from the sky in Trussville. This is going to be right there around the Tarrant area. And also Trussville within just a few minutes. I'm going to give you a time frame here, and we're going to continue watching this on camera. This is about 12 miles from Trussville, and at the speed it's moving, we're going to be seeing that in Trussville and crossing I-59 over there. It's going to move right through the middle of downtown Trussville. That's going to happen in about 8 minutes.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, JP. This thing is going to move very close to the airport around Tarrant City, Fultondale, Cloverdale. This is right on top of you, Center Point, anywhere around Roebuck Gardens. Heads up there on 75 north to Pinson. This thing is going to cross right there, and you can see the power, the transformers flickering. This tornado has a history of doing. We saw the damage in Tuscaloosa.
You know what, Wes? This tornado is bigger here than it was in Tuscaloosa County.
Yeah, it really does. And it's eerily similar to, you remember the 98 tornado when it moved through Tuscaloosa, it hit around the Coker area, and then it really ramped up as it moved into Jefferson County. And this particular tornado, I mean, that to me, JP, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but that looks more like an EF4 type storm.
I think when it's all said and done, and Weather Service gets out there and assesses this, we're going to be looking at EF4, EF5 probably. Tarrant is 3 miles away from you. Fultondale, it is basically about a mile away. Get to your safe place right now. You've got winds probably in excess of 150 miles per hour heading your way, maybe even more than that, just being conservative, 150. This is a huge storm. Tracking now, it's over around the actually, it's a little closer to Tarrant. According to that tower cam, this is going to be right on top of the airport. This is going to be right on top of Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. What do we have there, Fred?
University Mall, clipped by the tornado. Spiders report EF4 to 5 damage.
In Tuscaloosa, EF5 damage. So there you have it. What we're looking at here, if we're seeing any strengthening from what we had earlier, that's an EF5, and we're seeing it live on TV here in Birmingham, Alabama. This is not Oklahoma City, it's not Tulsa. This is a rarity here. Unfortunately, probably going to end up being a sad day across the area. We got beat up pretty bad this morning with storms. As expected, this is even worse. This is moving across the airport area. Tarrant right now. Make sure you are taking your precautions. Also, Center Point and Pinson, make sure you're taking your precautions right now. Center Point Parkway is going to be in the path of this tornado. This is going to be around the Fultondale area. In fact, from Trussville, we're looking at mileage-wise, that's going to be still about 10 miles from Trussville, tracking to the north of Irondale right now. Tracking to the north of Irondale, and I think that track's going to take it north of Interstate 59. North of Interstate 59. So,
tornado emergency, JP, and as you mentioned, these communities here, Center Point, Spring Lake Estate, Center Crest, Chalkville, we have seen damage with this thing, and if you have friends or relatives there that you can call and just let them know if you have friends or family that may have had plans today, let them know that we've got this thing on the ground. And right now, believe it or not, I'm seeing where a lot of folks, JP, they're checking in with us, they don't have power. They're just checking in on mobile phones and they're wondering what's going on out there. So just in case you may have friends that may be in areas that may have lost power from the storm earlier today, call them, let them know, just as another precautionary measure, that we are tracking a tornado now approaching Center Point and approaching Pinson, and this is aimed for Trussville. We're watching it live here on Fox 6, a large EF4 type tornado, and it is moving across the northern part of the city. You can see right there clearly that thing is on the ground. A lot of cloud ground lightning with that, devastating winds, and the best place to be in a time like this and with this magnitude of a tornado.
Here's some additional information I'm going to pass along. Currently, we're getting reports here from EMA, 4 miles northwest of downtown Birmingham. We're getting reports of buildings that are missing, okay? Also, just pass it along here, Richard Scott, we know he's a meteorologist over at the Tuscaloosa TV station. His house was destroyed from this tornado. Wes, you used to work with him.
Yeah, I worked with Richard. Robert and I did both, and that's so sad. I mean,
the intersection of McFarland and 15th Street is devastated. Spotters rescued several from Full Moon Barbecue that was in Tuscaloosa County. Let's see. We also have a report of a tornado on the ground. This is not the one we're looking at right now, but near Harper Hill in Hale County. I tell you what, just a horrific day.
Yeah,
those storms right now, right there around the airport, although I'm seeing a secondary circulation, I'm seeing 2 circulations here, one around Fultondale, then right around the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. So we may be looking at 2 separate areas there trying to produce a tornado. So if you live in Pinson, a heads up, you need to get your safe place. Also, Trussville, get to your safe place eventually. I think the storm's moving into St. Clair County and around the Springville area. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Major situation there. Go ahead, Fred, bring back that storm track again. I want to go back over some of these cities here. Okay. And there we see Center Point, looks like Spring Lake Estates, Roebuck Gardens, Huffman, Center Crest, Chalkville, Larkwood, Fernwood Estates, Lynn Acres, back through the East Lake area, Airport Highlands, all of that area, Trussville, moving up toward Clay. There's an update. That's the 5-6 storm tracker there. We can, since it's getting a little dark out there, let's go back and bring radar up full screen. And we're going to talk about some of this. Here's what we're looking at in terms of velocity, seeing that circulation here, but also another circulation near I-59 and also I-20. Let's go to 5-6 and go to our storm tracker here. We've got some cities and communities that we want to bring up. Wes, kind of punch that up if you could, the storm track here. Fred's got some updated information that we want to share with the rest of our viewers, and that's going to be Newcastle within 1 minute, Lynn Acres 3 minutes, Bridlewood Forest Estates 4 minutes, East Haven 4 minutes, and Sun Valley within about 4 minutes. We have that tornado now moving towards the Center Point area, that Center Point Parkway there, and moving off toward the northeast. This is a fairly populated area right here, a lot of businesses, a lot of restaurants, where this is going to be tracking on through, and this is eventually going to move toward Margaret and also Springville in St. Clair County. No reason in the world for that tornado really not to hold together. It is really, really impressive on radar. Looking at another little circulation back to the west. It may not be over with yet. We're seeing some back building on the back of this storm. And take a look at that. That is, which way are we looking there, guys? Okay, looking north and to the west. We may be looking at an additional circulation trying to form there, and this would also be taking a similar path up toward the Fultondale area and just north of Interstate 20 and Interstate 2059. So that's what we're looking at. Again, a camera shot from the back of Red Mountain here, looking north and toward the west right now. Downtown Birmingham, the Homewood area, Hoover, not under the threat for a tornado right now. I want to give you an update on that. I know we've talked about this, so it's also important to give folks kind of the all clear out there. And we're backing out the camera view here, still getting a lot of cloud around lightning, some scud clouds showing up there. And that is a broader view of what's going on right now. Really, Center Point and Pinson and the Roebuck area, take your tornado precautions because it's coming towards you. Also getting a track of a tornado moving toward Pondville and also Centerville there in Bibb County. So a circulation moving toward Pondville. This is going to be coming out of Hale County here. Impressive circulation. Do we have confirmation that that one's on the ground too, Fred?
Yeah, I believe that's the one, JP, that went south of Utah.
Yeah, that one's on the ground too. So right now, if you're in Pondville or Centerville, take your tornado precautions. It's moving toward Harmon, Smiths Ford, Vernon Town, Moffett, Belchers, and Lowrytown within the next 21 minutes. So again, Bibb County and Hale County under the gun. We've got a tornado warning in effect there. Also, tornado warnings in effect right now, again, for Jefferson County and eventually, I think, moving towards St. Clair County. Very, very potent storm system. Another tornado taking shape right there in Fayette County, northern Fayette County, showing up, and then we're seeing them line up back out toward the west. The front itself still back around the Alabama-Mississippi state line. It's going to be a slow go. We're still going to be with you, I think, probably through 10, 11 o'clock tonight. Pinson area, go ahead and take those precautions. Get to the lowest level of your home. Get into an interior room. Stay away from windows. You do have that same ugly storm that we saw in Tower Cam a few moments ago moving your way. So watch out for that. This is going to be also seeing some of these storms cross. This is going to be also very close to Jeff State Community College around Carson Road area there. Main Street in Pinson, Ledbetter Road, Sweeney Hollow Road, very close there. Take your tornado precautions. If you are in the Pinson area, St. John Road Northwest, we'll label as much information here as possible. Wes?
Yeah, I wanted to mention that we got word from the airports, and as you were talking about, this was moving right over the Tarrant area. The concourse is evacuated there, and the tornado safety measures going into place there. If you know folks that may have been trying to catch a flight at the airport, leaving town today, and in the Birmingham area. But that is exactly where this tornado crossed, very close to the airport. And at this time, we've got a couple of rotations. I want to zoom out and set the stage, show you we've got several warnings in place right now. And folks, we're going to try to get to all these. We've got so many warnings warnings here. Fayette, Marion, Walker, and Winston County, we are under a new tornado warning until 7:15. This is for a thunderstorm that is about, what's located near Gwen Allen, about 7 miles southeast of Winfield, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour, okay? So Winfield, Ewan, this is going to track towards, with Fayette, Marion, Walker, and Winston County under the gun here, it's going to track towards Carbon Hill. We're watching one there, as JP just talked about, around Lake Payne and Pineville over northern Hill County and moving into Bibb County. This is a storm that's going to track around Centerville, north of Centerville. We have a lot of damage around EO and back on the 15th, and this will be between Duncanville and EO in West Alabama. And again, the storm of the moment, we have been tracking this large wedge tornado. And let me just say, we don't have cameras in a lot of these other areas, but we could have a similar scene. We've had tornadoes sighted on the ground here. This is going to be north of Trussville now. That one big tornado is becoming real rain wrap. We were looking live from Red Mountain a few moments ago, but that's getting kind of out of view. And typically when a tornado passes, we'll see rain kind of wrapped in behind it. And that's what's going to happen. I'll kind of put an X marks the spot here on where the tornado that we viewed would be located in this. And you can see that is right over Pinson, right over the Center Point area, Trussville. You're next in line, and then this could potentially wind up in Springville and then St. Clair County. So we had no warning for St. Clair County. I've had folks around Pell City and Moody asking me, well, we had a lot of damage earlier, whether this would be working in those areas. And there is a new warning that just popped up. Okay, so we now have a new warning. Just popped up Blunt, Jefferson, St. Clair counties until 7:15. National Weather Service still confirming spotters are still on that storm and tracking that tornado that's moving into St. Clair County. Birmingham, it looks as though we may see this thing trying to wrap up here again just north of the city. You can see right in this area. And we'll head over to, I'll go over here and let you drive this, Fred. This is our storm track, and you see those greens, those are the winds that are moving towards the radar site. The red, the winds that are moving away from the radar site, and that's another area signature where we may have another tornado trying to spin up here very close to Fultondale and Tarrant. So two suspicious areas here, one where we know a tornado is on the ground around Center Point and Trussville, and then the other area where we have a tornado that could touch down here soon, trying to develop north of Birmingham, JP.
Okay, I want to go to Derek Scudder has on camera that storm that's around the Pinson area. Let's go ahead and take that. He's got that on his traffic system, and there it is. That's looking off toward the northeast. That's over toward the airport. Incredible cloud-to-ground lightning right there. This is still on the ground. We're getting spotter reports from the National Weather Service. Storm moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. I want folks in St. Clair County right now to start thinking about what they need to do for their tornado precautions. If you live around Margaret or Springville, you have got this storm moving towards you. It's on top of Pinson and Center Point right now. Very dangerous storm. I mean, unbelievable cloud-to-ground lightning showing up with that storm. This is the same one. This is the same thing that had touched down in Tuscaloosa County. This is the same storm that moved through northern Jefferson County and now is in Pinson and Center Point. There's a lot of debris flying around. I don't know if you saw it a few moments ago. I actually held up a board that had a nail in it. We found that in the backyard here at 5-6. This stuff's just flying around in the air. It is a hazard. Don't go out and try to look at this stuff. We're looking at this from a camera that is on top of a building. Okay, we're inside here. Dangerous storm. That tornado warning for Jefferson, and now that includes St. Clair County. That's going to include Asheville and Ragland and Odenville. Unfortunately, Odenville that was beat up terribly this morning by severe weather. That same storm is going that way. We do have a tornado warning in effect. Wes, you have updated information?
Yeah, new warning here, JP, for Bibb, Chilton, Greene, Hale, and Perry counties until 7:15. And the National Weather Service, they're concerned about another dangerous storm near Forkland that's going to be tracking along Highway 43 north of Demopolis. That thing's going to end up possibly impacting Chilton County near Clanton. So we're seeing some areas further south now.
While we're thinking about this, let's take a look on radar and do a storm track there, because I know, we're trying to juggle a lot of storms here. We don't want to intentionally leave anybody out, but it's just, it becomes difficult to do 4 storms at one time. So I know sometimes, you may get a little impatient waiting for us to get to your particular area. So that's what we want to do. Look, this thing's wrapped up here. That's a hook there. This is moving toward Pondville, moving toward Centerville and Brent. This is a confirmed tornado as well. Let's get a track on this. Bring up some cities here, and that's going to include Pearson, Harmon, Smiths Ford, Vernontown, and Moffett. That's all going to be within about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Go to velocity mode. And you can see that we do have a significant signature there on radar. If you're in Pondville, go ahead and take your tornado precautions. You need to do that. If you're in Centerville, do that. The storm's going to be in your area within the next few minutes. Do we have additional storms besides the monster storm there around Center Point West?
Yes, we got, let's back out here. We've got this storm, JP, that's flaring up, and this is one to keep an eye on, because we could have damage here north of Greensboro, and folks may be, trying to clean up. We have another storm behind that. So heads up right here. We've got time zone there. There's the Harper Hill area around 6:38, Ingram around 6:41. And this storm is over southern Greene County, tracking towards Hale and also Bibb counties. JP?
All right, and we do have another tornado warning. This is actually two additional tornadoes back through Fayette County and also now into Winston and northern Walker County. Give you an update here. Spring Hill at 6:26, Nauvoo at 6:30, Ashbank at 6:31, and Poplar Springs at 6:36. In the meantime, I know we're juggling a lot of things. Control room, if we could try to get a hold of, we talked to her earlier. I'd like to check back in with Sarah Porter in Oakman about what happened over in Walker County. We get a hold of her here momentarily. Look at what's going into Springville right now. And this is going to be around Pinson and Cedar Point, Palmerdale at 6:26, Clay Chalkville area at 6:27, Springville Lake Estate, Springville, Holly Springs, and Goodwin's Mill within about the next 10 to 15 minutes. So a very strong storm, and that's going to track. I think the worst of that's going to track just to the north of the Odenville area. We're still getting that BTI that's fairly high on an 8.8 scale. The higher that number, the more significant the tornado typically is because of the environment it's moving into. So right there, BTI coming in at 8.8 on that storm that's moving in Springville. If you're watching us in Springville, take cover now. Take cover because you have a dangerous storm moving your way. It's tracking just to the north there of I-59. In the meantime, we're looking back at Bibb County, and this Bibb County storm likely to impact not only Bibb County, but portions of Shelby County. There's our circulation, and there it is, moving toward Harmon in 9 minutes. It looks like Smiths Ford in 14 minutes, Vernontown 15 minutes, and Moffett 15 minutes, and 16 minutes Belcher. Storm itself moving east-northeast at about 49, maybe 55 miles per hour. Again, maxed out velocity on this, a nasty storm. Confirmation of a tornado there, moving just to the north of the Pondville area, currently in Bibb County. So that's what we're watching. Heads up for Montevallo and also Alabaster and Calera and Pelham, because that storm is going to be moving into southern portions of Shelby County, perhaps within the next hour. We're going to see that probably be an issue for Highway 280 corridor in Shelby County, anywhere from Inverness down through the Chelsea area. So give you a heads up within the next hour. That's going to be an issue. This is a bad storm that's back into Bibb County that we're watching right now. And this is still a storm producing a tornado. Let's go ahead and go into our Viper threat detection here. And I want to show what the winds are doing. We want to cancel out all the nasty stuff on radar and show you the most severe portion of this storm. And that's going to be around the Trussville area. Let's go ahead and zero in on this. Get in as close as you can there. And let's go ahead and label some roads. Okay, this is going to be between Pinson and Trussville, and let's go ahead and label as many roads and communities as you can. Ahead of this, you're getting that hail again, and you're probably getting a little bit of debris showing up. That's Chalkville Road, there's Martin Road, and we're also looking at Acqualane Road, and we'll put a couple more on there. If we are anywhere near your area, go ahead and take your severe weather precautions, get in your safe place. Trussville Clay Road and Rockbridge Road, all in the path of this tornado right now. Between Trussville and again, the Pinson area, there's the roads, and look at all the cloud ground lightning that is currently coming out of that storm system. There's I-59, Trussville area, probably probably the worst part of that storm is going to track just to the north of Trussville. There's Main Street, and there's also Deerfoot Parkway and U.S. Highway 11, just to kind of give you an update on what's going on there with this storm. Very high winds in excess of 100 miles per hour. That is the tornado that we've been talking about. That is the system that has just really torn things to pieces across Tuscaloosa County and also into Jefferson County. Wes? Okay, we got who do we have in Pinson?
Johnny Farrell.
Johnny Farrell. In Pinson, our weather watcher is on the phone. Johnny, that storm is right now on top of you. Tell me what you're seeing.
We got a lot of rain right now. Had some probably 65-mile winds and some probably bigger than nickel-sized hail. Had a lot of lightning strikes. The wind is actually kind of solid right this minute. Still got a very large amount of rain. It's actually everything except the rain is calm right this minute.
Okay, well, Johnny, I'll give you a heads up. That storm now is to the east of you. If you're in Pinson, it's to the east of you. It is moving into the Argo area, and right now it is moving toward Trussville, downtown Trussville. Also, the area has all the restaurants along the main road there in Trussville. I know you've got Crystal's there, you've got Arby's near the interstate. That's where we're looking at the highest winds, some hotels there. I believe Jim and Nick's Barbecue. That's where we're looking, and just to the north of there in the Trussville area. So we're watching that very closely. That is the same storm that came from Tuscaloosa, West Jefferson County, and just to the north of Birmingham. Just to give you some extra information here, as that storm moved through West Jefferson County, I'm getting updates from one of our weather spotters here who sent me a text message. He says, Smith Road area, there was a tree with a tree on top of a house and a car under a house on Concord Highland. 4 trees down on the 5600 block of Warrior Road close to Concord Elementary School. So that's an update on what that tornado was doing back through West Jefferson County there.